I remember those wonderful holidays I used to have in Blackpool in the 1970s, where I would buy the Countdown Holiday Special, or even visit the Doctor Who exhibition in Blackpool to see the Daleks, or maybe even buy a Daleks Death Ray ice lolly, or even have a ride in the Edwin Hall Dalek in the amusement arcade, or maybe even have a big stick of Doctor Who rock. Happy days. Cue the music. Hello, my fellow TARDIS travellers. We're back again. And if you like what you see in the programme, don't forget to click like and subscribe. I'd be very grateful. Now, we start with some Doctor Who merchandise news. Big Finish are going to release the Radio Times specials that were released one was released in 1973 and the other one was released in 1983, and they're going to do a couple of hardback editions of those magazines and turn them into a book form, which looks quite interesting. Also coming out is the brand new Doctor Who Annual 2027, which has a bit of a bland cover of the TARDIS on the front, and is also features the comic strips and stories over the last 20 years. So basically, it's just an annual of repeats. But if you want to purchase it, it's out there now for about £11, maybe £14. Depends on which sites you go on. Also, of course, it's been released is the Doctor Who Key to Time, the collection of those stories, which is going to be available in one big book. And that will be out either soon or later on this year. We've also got the release of the Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers for Doctor Number 8, and these have been revamped and are available at Forbidden Planet. And they've got a feature of a chrome design now, so they're all nice and shiny. Character Options will also be releasing the 5th Doctor's electroplated sonic screwdriver as well. The 5th Doctor's sonic screwdriver continues its long legacy as a multi-purpose tool for accessing panels, locks and controls. Each Doctor has upgraded the device with added features such as sound wave locking, fastener removal, micro-soldering and electronic disruption. This limited edition role-play toy features an electroplated steel-like finish with added white band on the handle. In July, Character Options have released a Doctor Who Collect and Build Yeti Cyberman. These sets can only be purchased through the Character Options website. A limited edition Doctor Who Collect and Build Vortex set is the first of 5 launches this year, and each pack includes one or more Vortex figures plus the part of the Collect and Build Yeti figure. The Vortex Edition Twin Pack features 2 highly detailed Cyberman figures inspired by Dark Water from 2014. The second set, released by Character Options, is Doctor Who Collect and Build Yeti, the 15th Doctor set. This set has now also been sold out and was available from Character Online. The 6-piece set includes the 15th Doctor as seen in the 2025 episode Joy to the World. Joining the Doctor is Ring-a-Ding, or rather Lux, the god of light, manifested this time in bendy action form figure. Also Dugadoo from the Interstellar Song Contest. The set was released on the 4th of August and it cost £44.99. The set also includes the torso of the Yeti Collect and Build figure. The Doctor Who magazine, issue number 633, is also available. I stopped buying that magazine and there wasn't really that much news in it, and I think the magazine's gone off a little bit. But on the front cover is David Tennant, and it looks a little bit bland, but for those people who are still buying it, well, of course, it's still available. and any of the specials that Panini produces. And that's your roundup of latest Doctor Who new merchandise. Right now it's time for TARDIS tuner time, so let's tune in the TARDIS tuner and find out if there's a Doctor Who interview on it.
Looks suspiciously like the head of a
Sons of pitches on BBC Coventry and Warwickshire. So, I got into trouble for eating pastry because Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant are here. And you, bless you for not being the only people here today that aren't called Jeff, which is wonderful. Thank you, Colin Baker.
Of course, Colin Baker is my stage name. My real name is Jeff.
Stop. Don't. It's so easy to pull my chain. You don't want to go there. You really don't.
And Gareth Malone has funny hair, does he? Oh, oh, oh.
Don't you start having a pop at this haircut. There's nothing wrong with my haircut, is there? No, say the kids. Yeah, man. So they know. And Nicola Bryant, also not called Jeff. Thank you for coming. Now, what?
Jeff is my uncle.
Jeff is your uncle?
I have an uncle, Jeff.
Is anybody from Grangehouse called Jeff? Are you called Jeff? Oiler's hat. Is your name Jeff? So listen, you've turned up, and everybody is well excited. Not going to lie. So there's a fella called Jeff over there who really is called Jeff. Jeff from Radford. And Jeff said earlier on, he went, "Doctor Who's here? What do we do?" And I said, "Just that call and pretend like nobody's noticed." And we were properly geeking out a little bit earlier on because you tried to strangle her once.
Yeah, I did. I could try again later.
Please don't bother anything. I don't want you falling out. But is it strange that people remember these minute details about a programme that was broadcast a while ago?
Well, I suppose trying to strangle your companion is slightly more than a minute detail. It's quite major in the panoply of Doctor Who. Yes, I was a bit of a nutter to start with.
Well, it was a strange regeneration, wasn't it? But then when you settled into the role, this is Doctor Who is kind of, it's almost bigger than the sum of its parts. Your parts are fine, but do you know what I mean? You're welcome. That's the biggest compliment you're going to get from me today, love. You know when I say things,
you know.
Well, you and me both, darling. But it's such a big, huge beast. You can't ever shake it off, can you?
No. I will crawl off stage, age 92, and someone will interview me saying, "So you were Perry in Doctor Who?" You know, I will always be Perry in Doctor Who, and I don't mind. I kind of like it. She's part of me now.
Is she?
Yes. Well, I've been playing Perry more than half my life. So when you start to put it in that perspective, I still do Perry with Big Finish. People still come up to me and go, "Perry!" So... she's a part of me now. It's like a little twin that I have with me all the time.
I tried not to do that. I failed miserably. What is lovely, right? We've got a fella here called... This is another fella called Jeff.
Hello,
Mr.
Jeff.
Baker.
Hello, Jeff.
Come here, Jeff. Come here, Jeff. Now, Colin knew exactly what it was that you had in your hand. I saw... no, this is really embarrassing. I saw the fluorescent jacket and you wandering along with that, and I thought you were doing the bins, and I'm so sorry, but I could see it from the other side. And also, I'm quite hard of seeing wearing dark glasses. So, Jeff, tell me what it is you've got in your hand.
This is the lid of a Dalek.
Of course it is. And what are you doing with the lid of a Dalek, Jeff?
It's currently under construction. We're building a 2005 NSD, as they call them, gold Dalek. But this is just the lid. The rest of it is in my garage. So,
Jeff, can I ask you why you're building a Dalek?
Because, well, why not?
It's reason enough, I suppose. Why wouldn't you build a Dalek? Kids from Grangehurst, anybody building a Dalek? No? Anybody ever built a Dalek? No. Awesome. You want to build a Dalek, don't you? Yes, she says. Yes, she does. So you could inspire her. How do you build a Dalek then, Jeff? What goes into it?
Start off with an electric wheelchair so you can drive it round.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of MDF, a lot of fiberglass, a lot of time. Yeah, a plunger.
Was that what your mime was then, Colin? Because it's frightened me witless.
I was miming a plunger. You've got to start with a plunger and an egg whisk, haven't you? Yeah.
I suppose you have. So you brought it with you. What would you like to happen to your Dalek?
I'm hoping that Colin will sign it for me.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that he's scalped a Dalek and brought its poor tortured remains here, but I'll sign it for him.
Oh, this is lovely. There you go. So we've got live autographing on air here. What a beautiful feeling this is. Genuinely, this day lurches from one bit of weird to another, but it's okay because we've got glittery cake to enjoy a little bit later on.
That was BBC Radio Coventry interviewing Colin Baker and Nicola Brandt on Delia Derbyshire Day. Now, let's have a look at some Doctor Who news. Actor and writer Mark Gatiss was interviewed by the Radio Times just recently, and he was feeling a bit doomy and gloomy about Doctor Who.
Mark, I do just have to ask, Doctor Who, obviously we just got some big news about its future that's being put out to tender. What are your hopes for the future of the series?
My two penneth is, Scott Fitzgerald said there are no second acts in American lives. And I think that sometimes goes for showbiz as well. I think the fact that Doctor Who had a second act of 21 years is absolutely amazing. Amazing. And for it to come back possibly even more popular than it was in the first run. But I think maybe it's just time for a break, because these things, all good things come to an end. I think the BBC putting out to tender is a perfectly great idea, but we've been here before. When it was cancelled in 1989, the BBC made a big statement saying we're committed to taking Doctor Who through the 90s. Legend. And they put it out to tender then, and then it just quietly didn't happen. And I have a feeling maybe that's what's going to happen. I feel very doomy. But it's true. I think maybe it's fine. I think the fact it's come back so successfully means it will come back again. It's not a one-off 26-year run. But I think maybe it's just time for a proper break, because you want people to miss it and have fresh ideas, and probably someone to run it who grew up with David Tennant as the Doctor rather than Tom Baker.
In 2026, Commonwealth Games were successfully hosted in Glasgow, Scotland, from the 23rd of July to the 2nd of August 2026. And guess who popped in? Apart from King Charles and Queen Camilla, but Sylvester McCoy. And that's your Doctor Who news for the moment. More to come.
Doctor Who ice treat. Observe a choc top, vanilla and interstellar choc chips. Necros, clouder skies. Interstellar choc chips. Pity he couldn't stay. Meet Streets Doctor Who with interstellar choc chips in packs of 10 at supermarkets now.
But Doctor, who invented them?
Who else?
It's time now to look at some old Doctor Who merchandise, and from 1977 it's the Doctor Who Airfix painting kit, which is basically just painting by numbers, and here's some pictures for you to look at. That Airfix kit featured Tom Baker as the Doctor at that particular time, with also the Daleks. Right, that's it. We will be back very soon, so don't forget to click, like and subscribe, and look out for some future videos and a few specials coming up. Take care. Ta-ta.